It seems like they have a connection, but sadly there's another horse guy lurking in the dark, making them only half right. The white-haired guy bolted out the door, while Liang Ping dove into the innermost room, only to find 2 buttons on the wall. No! Both buttons must be pressed simultaneously to pass. The talented man in the hallway heard cries for help and demonstrated his climbing skills. He managed to climb through Liang Ping's window in an unbelievable leap. The white-haired guy tossed out his MP3 player as the talented one soared. He landed right on the horse guy's leg, and with only 2 seconds left, they pressed the switch together and narrowly made it through. Just as they relaxed, the horse-headed killer showed his true colors. They are just ordinary contestants on the game's opposing side. Suddenly, the rubber bands around their necks lit up, and the room felt like it was about to turn into an explosive stage. Lose the game, and it's game over. Little Huang found a walkie-talkie on the body of a dude from a country, and it mentioned a gathering point Cold Beach. This fancy little rubber band, once worn, means there can only be one survivor in the game. 3 bros plus a hot chick, and the game difficulty is set to Heart 7. Hearts symbolize playing with hearts, and the table is filled with all kinds of weapons, but one of the 4 is a wolf. You might think that the wolf catching a sheep means victory, but the rules are wacky. If a wolf and sheep lock eyes, their identities swap instantly. Once the 15-minute countdown ends, the lone wolf wins unconditionally, and what about the sheep? They all meet their doom. This means the wolf turned into a sheep. It's the wolf that actually needs to run. The hot chick suddenly gets it and yells, drawing attention to snatch the wolf's identity right away. She bolts in a panic, while little Huang, furious, chases her down with the knife, and she shivers behind the bushes. But little Huang found her anyway, trying to snatch the wolf's identity. She's too afraid to look up, and he's not one to waste time. He swung down with the knife, and the realization of little Huang's intent made her heart race. She grabbed a rock, smashed it into little Huang's ribs, accidentally locking eyes. He reverted to a wolf. Hot chick went all out, tackling little Huang fiercely. Just then, Liang Ping arrived. He ended their fight, unexpectedly got wolf identity. Little Huang and the hot chick turned on him, surrounding Liang Ping. In life or death moments, friendship's worthless as paper. Oi rushed in and hugged the hot lady. He made an escape path for Liang Ping, but little Huang picked up the knife and chased, Liang Ping hiding in a corner. He's a game genius, thinking he can surely find a way to crack this bind, trying all kinds of tools to take off the collar. Subtitle: he tried prying it open with cross-star screwdrivers, even pliers. What happened? But at the last moment, Liang Ping hesitated. Cutting the wires would surely cause an explosion. The sight of the dot killer's death flashed in his mind, tears welled up, and he apologized to his brothers through the headset. In the end, he lost to humanity's selfishness and cowardice. They had sworn to live and die together, but now all their promises turned to dust. The 3 brothers reminisced about the past, as if cherishing the good old times. He decided to sacrifice himself, saving one at most, but however he shouted, little Huang and Oi didn't respond. 2 chose sacrifice. Oi held the hot chick tight to stop her rising, while little Huang avoided Liang Ping's gaze. As time ticked away, knowing only one could survive, they decided to leave the chance to Liang Ping. At the last moment, the half a hot woman wet hugged Oi tight, and little Huang finished half a cigarette facing the sun. Days later, the talented guy spotted a confused Liang Ping on the street, looking like a total zombie. Take a closer look. Tokyo has become a silent dead town, with onibees lurking in the shadows. The guy was about to yell Wakanda forever, but instantly turned into dinner for the beast. Survivors must keep playing games to stay alive. Win one, and you get a few more days to breathe. That night, the talented guy led Liang Ping into a tunnel, passing by an old, run-down bus. They gathered with 3 other folks at the checkpoint, ready to participate in this round of the game, with difficulty set to Clubhouse. Just reach the finish line within 2 hours, and everyone can live 4 more days while, but wait, the distance shows 0. The bus can start, but it's out of the injured man gave up struggling, waiting to die, so everyone left him and sprinted to the tunnel's end. But in the panic, they never saw the finish line. Suddenly, a black panther lunged at them, and the guy couldn't react in time before he was knocked down. To protect his buddies, he chose to go down with the black panther, but just then, Liang Ping spotted an old motorcycle. He planned to transfer motorcycle fuel to the bus to carry the injured, splitting into 2 teams as a precaution. Liang Ping pushed the bike back to the start while the talented guy and another dude kept racing forward, and the injured guy on the bus was already in despair. But when he saw Liang Ping turning back, hope flared up again. Meanwhile, the talented guy and the other dude reached the tunnel's end, only to face a thick steel door. Their phones showed no rival at the end when the tunnel shook violently. The talented guy gaped as big screws flew out. The enormous steel door exploded into pieces, and the talented guy knew they were in big trouble. He bolted, while the unsuspecting guy hollered in despair. A tidal wave followed them like a raging beast. Suddenly, a massive surge swept over and mercilessly dragged him under. The talented guy couldn't afford to stop. He was running for his life, racing against the flood, and just then he saw lights ahead. Liang Ping arrived in the bus with the injured guy. He dragged them into the bus. The flood quickly receded, and they realized they had all been played by the game's designers. The distance showed 0. The bus marked both start and end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.